Taehyung run inside YN's house seeing the wide open door. Jungkook and his other gangmates also come behind him. Taehyung froze seeing YN's father's dead body laying on the floor. The moments he spent with him quickly flash inside his mind. They were short but sweet. He come back to his sense and run towards YN's room. He saw the scene which he was praying not to see. Her mother and grandmother was laying on the pool of their own blood. Taehyung, I'm late. He take her with him, he whispered to himself. Jungkook, the monster didn't even spare the poor old lady. Jungkook said, staring at the lifeless bodies. Taehyung was staring at Youngdae's mansion, which is hell for him. He's here after 8 years. Jungkook and the others wants to come with him, but he doesn't let them. Knowing how dangerous Youngdae is, he couldn't risk their lives. Taehyung walked towards big entrance of the mansion and Youngdae's mans let him in easily. And why not? They were waiting for him. Taehyung walked inside the mansion and saw Yin's unconscious figure is laying on the couch in the empty hallroom. He quickly run towards her and kneel to her level. Tae was about to touch her face when he felt a sharp pain on his neck. Someone injects something on him from behind. He slowly lose his sense. When Taehyung opened his eyes, he found himself in the room which he'll never forget in his life. It's the same room where his sister was raped and killed brutally in front of him. He moved his gaze around the whole room and saw YN is sitting on the corner of the room. She was staring at him. Taehyung tried to run towards her, but he found himself tied with chain just like before. He panicked. Flashbacks were repeating in his head. Sweat beads from on his forehead. He started taking deep breaths to calm himself down. He can't panic in this situation. He need to save YN. He won't let anything happen to her. Never. Taehyung looked at YN and saw she isn't tied up with anything, so he signed her to come near him. YN stand up with her trembling legs and slowly walk towards Taehyung. She sit on the ground beside him like a robot and spoke. YN. He kill them. Taehyung. He kill my family, she said with an expressionless face. Taehyung understands she needs to take it out, so he separated his arms. Taehyung, come here. YN slowly hugged him and Taehyung caresses her hair, let it out YN. As soon as he said this, YN clenched his shirt and started crying like a newborn baby. YN, they're gone Taehyung, he killed them in front of me. Please bring them back. I want my mom, dad and grandma Tae. I need them. Taehyung kissed her head and kept caressing her back. They didn't notice that the door opens and Youngdae walk in. He walked towards Taehyung and YN and separate them by holding a fistful of YN's hair. YN scream in pain and Youngdae slap her. Taehyung. Youngdae, he shouted. Youngdae, you bitch. How dare you to hug him? You're my bride, understand? Saying that he slapped her again. Taehyung. Youngdae, I swear I'll rip you apart if you touch her again. Youngdae. Watch me, kid. Her situation will be worse than your dear sister. Saying that he started opening his shirt button. YN started backing away in the sitting position while Youngdae was walking towards her slowly. YN stops when her back hit the wall. Youngdae smirk and bend down to her level. Youngdae. Youngdae, it's my name. You can scream this name as much as you want while I'll give you the pleasure. YN slap on his face feeling disgust and turn her head to the other side. Youngdae, how dare you? He raised his hand to hit her but a hard palm caught his wrist and twisted it hardly. Taehyung, didn't I warn you to not touch her, old man? He whispered dangerously. Tae pulled Youngdae by his collar and made him stand straight. Youngdae, scoff, you interfere our moment and I don't like it. Saying that he punches on Taehyung's face making his nose bleed. Youngdae, I see you're still weak, little boy. Taehyung, that weak Taehyung died with his sister 8 years ago, and this Taehyung can protect his loved ones. Saying that he cut Youngdae's right hand's index finger with his small knife. He was hitting this knife inside his shoes and he secretly freed himself from those chains by the help of it. Youngdae scream in pain. His split finger fall in front of YN, making her scream as well. Hearing Youngdae's scream, his man run inside the room. Ben. Yeah. Kevin, hurry up. We're standing here for ages. Kevin. Shut up, let me concentrate. Kevin again looked at the locked door and tried to open it. So Taehyung's friends come to Youngdae's mansion without informing him cause he doesn't want his friends to fall in danger. But his friends couldn't left him here alone, knowing how dangerous Youngdae is. So they secretly come after him. Now, after knocking the guards from backside of the house, They're trying to go inside by the back door. Kevin, it's done. He pushed the door and it opened. Jungkook, good job, man. He patted his back and walked inside. The others also followed him into the house. The back door opens in the kitchen. The boys stop seeing lost of maids in the kitchen. The maids become shocked seeing them. Rex, you'll go and find Taehyung, I'll deal with them. They nodded and run out from the kitchen. One maid tried to stop him, but Rex hold her wrist and turn her towards him. Rex, wait, beautiful lady, let's talk about our future, he said, with a playful smirk, and the maid blush. Young Dae's mans approach him and one man spoke. Man, boss, are you okay? Young Dae, do I look like I'm okay? Go and catch that jerk. His mans run towards Taehyung, but he throw his knife aiming a man's forehead. The man died in that place. Taehyung take his gun. Young Dae, do you even know how to use that, little boy? Taehyung, want me to show you? He shot Young Dae's leg, making him fall on the ground. Young Dae, you so of a bitch. Beat him until he begged for his life. He ordered his mans and all of them started walking towards Taehyung. Ben, damn, how much rich is this Young Dae that he can effort this much? Mans? He asked, twisting man's neck from behind. Rex, and maids also, he said, stabbing a man who was about to shot Ben from behind. Kevin, when did you came? Rex, just when that guy was about to shot Ben. Jungkook, and what did you do to the maids? Rex, I kissed them goodbye, he said and winked at him. Taehyung knocked out almost all the mans with the help of a gun. Only few were left now. Yn was just looking at everything with terrified eyes. She's still praying that everything is a nightmare. She just want to wake up from the nasty sleep. Suddenly her gaze fall on Young Dae and her eyes widen. He was pointing his gun at Taehyung. Taehyung was busy beating his mans, so he didn't notice Young Dae. Yn, no, she whisper and run towards Taehyung before Young Dae pulled the trigger. Yn hugged Taehyung tightly. He became shocked and Yn felt a sharp pain in her lower back. She clenched Taehyung's shirt. Tae slowly put his hand onYn's back and felt liquid on his hand. Tae looked at his hand and his heart dropped, seeing blood on it.Yn's body started falling on the floor. Taehyung made her laid down on his lap. Taehyung, Yn, I became an orphan in few minutes. He killed my family in front of me and now I can't effort to lose you. I can't. Young Dae again aimed the gun at Taehyung, but this time Kevin kicked his hands and the guy fall. Ben, did you find Taehyung? He asked while entering into the room. Kevin, yes, and Young Dae also. Rex, really, this old man is Young Dae. Young Dae, how dare you to call me old? I'm not old. I'm only 44. Rex, you're old. Jungkook, boys, we have a serious situation here, he said, pointing at Taehyung and Yn. Kevin, did she get shot? Ben, what you think, fool? Jungkook, Taehyung, we need to take her to the hospital. Taehyung nodded and carried Yn in his arms and run outside the room. The others also followed him from behind. Suddenly more guards came and surrounded them. Ben, shit. Kevin, boss, we'll take care of them. You and Ben take her to the hospital. Taehyung nodded and kicked the guard who's standing in front of him before running outside with Yn in his arms. Rex, Kevin and Jungkook started fighting with the guards to cover them. All of them run outside. Taehyung kissedYn's forehead and handed her to Jungkook carefully. Taehyung, take her to the hospital and make sure she's safe. Jungkook, and you? Taehyung, today I'll finish everything. Saying that, he walked inside the mansion again. Rex, I think we should go with Taehyung. Kevin nodded and looked at Jungkook. Kevin, why are you still standing here? Jungkook, Ben, call the ambulance. I'm waiting for it. We can't take her to the hospital by motorcycle, right? Kevin sign and throw a car keys towards Ben. He catch it. Ben, where did you get it? Kevin, I picked it up from inside the mansion. You just need to find which car belongs to this key and take her to the hospital as soon as possible, before Taehyung kill us. Saying that, he run inside the mansion with Rex. After crossing the barriers of Young Dae's man, Taehyung went inside the room where he left Young Dae, but he wasn't there. He thought to look upstairs. He run toward the stairs, but Rex shouted from there. Rex, that old man isn't here. I look each and every room for him. Then Kevin run to Taehyung and spoke. Kevin, I saw him going towards the kitchen. There's a back door in the kitchen. He's planning to run. Taehyung, not today. Saying that he run towards the kitchen. Kevin and Rex also followed him, but some man surrounded them. Taehyung saw Youngdae was going outside from the back door by the help of his one man. He's limping cause Taehyung stabbed his leg earlier. Tae take a knife from kitchen counter and throw it aiming Youngdae's man. It stab on his back and the man fall. Youngdae stumble and fall on the ground. Taehyung walk towards him and step on his left hand. Youngdae scream loudly. Taehyung, where's your index finger? Ops, I forgot I just split it. Saying that, he put more pressure on his hand. The white marble floor turned red at his blood. Taehyung bend down to his level and punch hardly on his face. Taehyung, what was her fault, huh? What was her family's fault? Why did you kill them? He take out the knife from the dead man's back and stab Youngdae's right leg, making him scream loudly. Taehyung, she's now fighting with death just because of you. Saying that, he stab on the same place again. Taehyung showed his palm to Youngdae, which is red with Wyan's blood. Taehyung, you see it, it's her blood. She was bleeding badly just because of you. He again stabbed on the same place. Youngdae again screamed with his broken voice. Youngdae, please let me go. Taehyung, smirk, do you remember 8 years ago, my sister also begged you like this, but you didn't listen to her. Do you know how she felt that time? Wait, let me show you. Saying that, the started taking out Youngdae's nails one by one. He's screaming and begging, but Taehyung turned monster to punish this monster. Rex, man, we knocked all his mans. He stopped seeing the scene. Kevin, boy, this is creepy. Taehyung, Kevin, can you boil water for me? Kevin, but it's not the right time to drink coffee. Taehyung, just do as I say. Kevin, okay boss. After some times, Kevin handed the pot of boiling water to Taehyung. Taking the pot, Taehyung stand up. Youngdae was laying on the floor breathing slowly. Taehyung, do you want to know how my sister felt that day? Youngdae continuously shake his head as no, but Taehyung started pouring the boiling water on him, just like he did with Taehyung's sister. After pouring all the water on Youngdae, Taehyung backed away. He was jittering and screaming in pain. Taehyung cut the gas pipe from the cylinder. Gas has spread throughout the room. Taehyung, boys, let's get out from here. The other two nodded and 3 of them walk out from the back door, leaving Youngdae inside. Taehyung, lighten up the cigarette and throw them burning matchstick inside the kitchen through the window. In, blink, the whole kitchen blast. Taehyung run towards Jungkook and Ben after coming to the hospital. Taehyung, how's she? Jungkook, we don't know, doctors take her inside the OT. It's been almost 3 hours already. Taehyung nodded slowly and walked towards the door of OT. He slid himself on the floor beside the door. He knows just because of him, Yin is in this condition. Just to save him, she's now dying. Taehyung wanted to cry badly. He cannot effort to lose her. After, sometimes the doctors come out. Taehyung quickly stand up, seeing the doctor. Jungkook, how's she? Doctor? The doctor sign. Doctor, we successfully take out the bullet from her body, but some of her nerves got damaged and because of that her lower body got paralyzed. Ben, means? Doctor, means she cannot walk again. Taehyung's world stops hearing the doctor. Just because of him an innocent life got ruined. It's all his fault, only his fault. He involved her with him. He destroyed her life and happiness. He's not less than Youngdae. Taehyung was continuously blaming himself. Tears were falling from his eyes non-stop. The boys were looking at Taehyung feeling sad. They never saw him crying before. Even Jungkook didn't saw him crying after that night. Y or N gain her consciousness. The doctor already informed her about her condition. Taehyung was standing outside Yn's room. Jungkook, why aren't you going inside? It's been 20 minutes. Yin gained her consciousness and no one went to meet her. Ben, poor girl must be feel lonely. Go Taehyung. Taehyung, I can't face her. Kevin, come on man, you're only one she knows. If she knows us, we'll definitely go inside to meet her. Rex, go and console her. Don't know how terrible she's feeling right now. Taehyung took a deep breath and walked inside. Yn was staring outside the window, sitting on the bed. Her cheeks were stained with tears. Taehyung run towards her and fall on her legs. He hid his face in her legs and started sobbing while continuously whispering sorry. After 5 minutes, he felt her soft hand on his hair. Taehyung looked up at her face. Yen saw his face become full red because of crying. Yen, don't cry, I'm fine. She tried to smile at him, but a drop of tear fall from her eyes without her knowing. Taehyung went to her level and hugged her tightly. He kissed the side of her head multiple times. Taehyung, I know you're not fine. I am the reason behind your suffering. Please punish me badly. Yen broke the hug and cupped his face. Yen, stop blaming yourself, Taehyung. It's not your fault. It was in my fate. Saying that, she rested her head on Taehyung's chest. The atmosphere becomes silent. After some minutes, Yen raised her head and looked at Taehyung's face. Her head was still resting on his chest. Yen, can you do me a favor, Taehyung? Help me to bury my family. Taehyung didn't reply, instead her held her more tightly in his arms. Seeing him silent, she spoke again. Yin, I became an orphan and disabled in one night. My fate played with me very well, she chuckled. You know what, Taehyung, one day I went to a road trip with my family. On the road I saw a disabled beggar. She was trembling and cold. Mom gives her food, grandma buys her warm clothes, and dad gives her money. Yin, I couldn't give her anything cause I was little, so I just give her a lovable hug. And you know what she cried after this? She said she doesn't feel this warmth for ages. Don't you think they are the unluckiest person in world? No family, no food, no shelter. Am I going to become one of them? Suddenly Taehyung attacked on her lips, making her eyes widen. He was hungrily eating her lips. Yen felt salty taste on her mouth means he was crying, and the tears rolled down from his cheeks to their mouth. Yen didn't kiss him back. She was just sitting still. After letting out all his emotions, Taehyung broke the kiss. Taehyung, you're not alone, you have family. I'm your family and you're my. I'll marry you and you'll be my wife. And I'm not asking you this, I'm telling you, get it? It's me, Yen. Now I'm Mrs. Kim, the wife of Kim Taehyung. The villain in others' story is the hero of my story. It's been 2 years. I lost my ability to walk. And it's also 2 years of our marriage. In this 2 years, he never make me feel that I'm disabled. He take care of me like a feather. He makes me feel special every day. He do a small job and I run my grandma's flower shop. He didn't stop me to do this cause he never wanted me to feel that I'm disabled. But yeah, when he go out for work, he left his annoying friends with me as my bodyguard. They're weird, but kind-hearted. We're not rich, but we have something that money can never buy, and that is love. He never confess his feelings directly, but action speaks more than words. I lost my family one night, but the same night I got new family. Now I'm more than happy with the love of my life. After so many sacrifice, I finally got my cold crush as my cold husband. Yen closed the diary and looked beside her, only to see Taehyung staring at her lovingly. But when she looked at him, he turned his head to the other side, feeling embarrassed. Yen chuckled seeing his red face. After 2 years of marriage, he's still shy around her. Taehyung, it's late already. You should sleep now. Yen, make me sleep. Taehyung helped her to lay down on the bed. He also laid down beside her. Yen placed her head on his chest and he started patting her head. Soon she fall asleep. Taehyung smiled and kissed her head. Taehyung, thanks for coming in my dark life and make it bright. I love you so much. He whispered, but she didn't hear cause she was busy dreaming about him in her peaceful sleep. Do you take Kim Taehyung as your lawful husband? Yen, I do. I'm Yen, Kim Yen, wife of Kim Taehyung. That day was magical, one of the best day of my life, our wedding day. A disabled girl got married to the love of her life. I was extremely happy. But my happiness doesn't last long. Now it's 7 years of our marriage. Everything has changed. He has changed. He became rich, a biggest mafia. Everyone trembled just hearing his name. They doesn't even want his shadow around them. But me, I want him with me every minute, every second, but he never gives me time. And why would he give time to a half-paralyzed girl who can't walk, can't fulfill his needs nor give him a child? He deserves the best girl, not a disabled girl like me. Maybe he married me out of pity. I'm a burden on him. I'm Yen, Kim Yen, a mafia's disabled wife.